Balerion the Dread was legendary as the largest dragon in the Game of Thrones universe. And I'm going to show you how to build the Balerion dragon skull in your Minecraft world. Hello there, I'm AdieCraft and I'm doing a special video today for CurseForge. First of all, I'm going to run you through some of the tools I'm going to be using that are available through the website. For the look and feel today, I'm going to be using the Complementary Reimagined shaders by MNGT. Then for building tools, I'm going to be using Litematica by Massady. And last but not least, WorldEdit by SK89Q. The full links to all of these can be found in the description of the video. Now onto the dimensions. This is a diagonal build, so you will need to make sure that these dimensions are diagonals, so they will be touching at the corners, and that is going to be 9 blocks wide by 12 blocks long, and that is also going to be 11 blocks high. And the entire build will fit within this space. And to see the resources needed for this build, I'm using a helpful function of Litematica. When you have placed yourself a schematic, you can go into the configuration and then you can go down to materials list, and this will show you all of the blocks that you need for the entire build, and also everything that you have that's missing or things that are available in your inventory. And I've pulled together everything in this barrel that you'll need for this build, so pause the video now to check those out. For the build, I've come into the Litematica menu and I've turned off the enable schematic block rendering. When you turn this on, it gives you the actual blocks themselves, but so it's easier to see what I'm doing, I'm turning this off for the tutorial itself. And for the first stage of the tutorial, I'm going to come to the middle block, which will be the 5th one of these. I'm going to skip this first block, and then I'm going to place a smooth basalt here, and then one diagonally behind it. Then I'm going to move to the cobbled deep slate stairs, and place 2 on those blocks, and 1 next to it, with another one coming in at the side, just like this. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So 1 block here, 1 block here, and then 1 on the side with this one coming in there. And then you'll get this nice turned over stair. We are going to need some temporary blocks for this, so I'm just using slime. And we're going to place 1 here and 1 here. So that's just behind that. And next to that, we're going to place a cobbled deep slate stair. So this one is an upside down stair. We're also going to place a cobbled deep slate slab right next to it on this side. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So we've got a slab on the side and then a stair facing this way. We can then get rid of these 2 temporary blocks. We need some crimson trapdoors. We're going to place 1 on this side and 1 on this side, and do the same at the other side. So 1 facing in here and 1 facing in here. And then at the very back, we're going to leave a block. So this represents the block that we're leaving. And then we're going to use a crimson stair with a slab and a slab against it like so. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So we've got a stair and then a slab like this and a slab just on the side. For the next layer, we are going to start by shifting and clicking to place a cobbled deep slate slab here. And then we're going to place a cobbled deep slate stair facing this way. And then once we place 1 on this block, it will curve round. We'll do that on both sides. So we've got the slab, we need to shift click again, and then the stair going round like so. Next to that, we are going to have a cobbled deep slate block. And now we need a couple of slime blocks or whatever your temporary blocks are going to be, because on this side we've got some deep slate brick stairs this time, and we're going to be placing those upside down against the temporary blocks, which we can then get rid of. We need a couple more temporary blocks, and we're going to need 3 on each side coming directly out from the cobbled deep slate this side here. And then we've got a crimson trapdoor at the end, so we can get rid of that and do exactly the same here. 1, 2, 3, and then the crimson trapdoor just like so. And the last section is to get some teeth in. So what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 of the dripstone here. We're going to place 1 here. We're going to leave this one and we're going to come across to the next ones and then just fill in all of these blocks with a dripstone tooth just like so. Next, we come in with 2 of the cobbled deep slate stairs facing into each other. That's on top of that cobbled deep slate block. And we are then going to have 1 of them upside down facing this way as well. Then we've got a deep slate brick stair that we're going to put next to that. And we are going to have a slab, which is again deep slate brick, on this side. We're then going to take a crimson stair and put that facing in so it curls around. And then 1 coming this way to go outwards, and that's the right way up. We'll then place a crimson trapdoor on top of this one, And now we are going to place ourselves a deep slate tile stair against this, and a cracked deep slate tile here, with a deep slate tile stair there, and then one curving round on this side. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So we've got cobbled deep slate here and here, with one upside down against it. Then we've got a brick here, stair that is, and then a slab. Then we go on to the crimson stair, so we've got an upside down one here with a right way up one against that. We finish off the crimson trapdoor here, and then we go to the tiles. So the tile, first one goes here, then we've got a cracked tile on this side, and then we've got another tile going here, and then it loops around, if I can place in the right place, just like so. Now we're going to need some temporary blocks, so we're going to place one here and one here against these stairs, and then we've got a cobbled deep slate slab on the sides of each of those, moving diagonally forward, and then a deep slate tile next to that, and then we can get rid of these. We will then need some more. We're going to place an X of these temporary blocks, and then with the smooth basalt we're going to come right the way around the edge of that X and fill those in, and we can then get rid of these like this. Then finish off with two polished deep slate walls on the front, and then we need to place some pointed dripstone. So on this block we're going to place one, and then we're going to place one on each of these as well, and one down this side, and the one that we've left is actually going to be placing two. So if you come here and shift, you can just about place on the bottom of the block and get the two deep one, and do the same on the other side. So you place one here, and then come in close, and then you can just see it there, and place the block. Next at the front we're going to start with a warped fence here, and next to that we're going to place ourselves a temporary block on each side, just like so. Then in front of that we will place a cobbled deep slate stair, and next to that upside down we will place a brick stair just like this. We will also place a brick stair here on this side and here on this side, so that is just on top of the other brick stair like so. In between that we will place ourselves just a cobbled deep slate, and then we've got a polished deep slate wall on both of those sides. We can get rid of these because in the underneath we will now need to place a warped trapdoor against this side, a warped trapdoor against this side, so that needs to be on the top of the block, because if we head down we're going to place some lanterns just hanging underneath. And now we need a couple more, one on this side which is flapped up against the back of the stair on both of those sides, and one flapped up against the wall on this side, and then one down next to each of these just like so. Now to add some deep slate tiles, two at the back here and one diagonally in front on both of the sides like this, and then some polished deep slate walls, one on either side like so, deep slate tile wall just behind that, and then some of the deep slate brick stairs, so from the inside facing out like this, and then an upside down one on both sides. The final step is to take the pointed dripstone and add another double long tooth on each side in the mouth. Next stage starts with a cobbled deep slate slab, and then we go to a deep slate tile stair on top of this block and one on top of this block, and then we've got polished deep slate stairs facing into that so they curl around. And now we've got some of the smooth basalt. We're going to have three blocks going around like this, and on each side now we're going to have a tile and a brick wall of the deep slate. So same on the other side, a tile and then a brick wall of the deep slate. We've got two more of the smooth basalt, one on that wall, one on that wall. We've got two of the cobbled deep slate here. We've got a cobbled deep slate slab just in the middle, and then we have some upside down brick stairs just inside that. Then finally for this particular section we have got a trapdoor, warp trapdoor on each side. Then we are going to put a deep slate tile here and one at the back, and do the same on the other side. Deep slate tile here and one at the back. Next to each of those we are going to put a crimson stair on both of these sides. In front of the crimson stair we're going to place a nether brick wall, and then we're going to place three planks like so. So we've got a nether brick wall on this side, and then three planks, two next to it and one in front of it. then a slab on the end on both of the sides, and that's all the crimson. Now we need to get some of the deep slate brick stairs. I'll place one this way and one this way. You need to do this from the back, so it's got the flat side facing out. Then we've got 2 tiled walls, one there and one there. Then we've got 2 polished walls, one here and one here, both sticking out of the dragon skull. And then for the eye pieces, we've got these 2, and put that the right way up, these 2 cobbled deep slate stairs. Starting the next stage at the front, we are going to go next to this wall, and on top we're going to place ourselves 2 of the brick slabs. In between we're going to place a cobbled deep slate slab and one outside as well, so we've got this V shape. Now we're going to go to the cobbled deep slate stairs and place one next to that and one facing into it so it curves around, and do the same on the other side, one next to that and one facing into it so it curves around. A smooth basalt in here in this block and one next to that final stair on each side. And then we've got a deep slate tile just on the inside of that, like so. And then upside down we've got some deep slate brick stairs, and then the right way up we've got some deep slate tile stairs on the very edge. Finally, on this section we've got some of the crimson trapdoors that we're going to place at the front. We're also going to place them on the sides of the planks that we placed earlier, and do that on both sides at the top so they flap down. And then on this back tile we're going to have one more as well, like so. At the back we're going to place 3 blocks in a row, so we're going to place a deep slate tile on top of this one, and then behind that a smooth basalt, and then a crimson plank, and we'll do the same on the other side. So that's deep slate tile, smooth basalt, crimson plank. Next to the 2 crimson planks we're going to place 2 temporary blocks, and in between those we'll place one more deep slate tile at the back, and at the front we're going to place a polished deep slate. Next to that on the 2 sides, in there we're going to place an upside down polished deep slate stair. We can then get rid of these 2 temporary blocks like so. We can go to the back and we're going to have a deep slate tile wall on top of the other deep slate tile wall. And now we've got some of the deep slate brick stairs. So on this tile we're going to place 1 stair upside down, and then we're going to have a stair turning into it so it hooks up like so, and do the same on the other side, so a stair and a stair into it. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 slabs on top of this, so coming in as a V shape, 1, 2, 3 slabs like so. Next we'll start by placing 2 of the crimson trapdoors on each side with a gap in the middle, and then in that gap we're going to place a polished deep slate slab. Next we move to the deep slate tile slabs and place them carefully, shift clicking against the inside of the trapdoors, not underneath, actually against it, that would be good. And place one here as well. And now we're going to go to some cobbled deep slate stairs in between, like so. These are just regular way up, and then some deep slate brick stairs just on the outside. And once we've done that, we shift back to our deep slate tile slabs. We place 1 against the backs of these 2 stairs and 1 on each of these 2 sides. We then place 1 on this block as well, and 1 on this block as well. The final thing that we're going to do here is take some polished deep slate stairs and put 1 in this side and 1 in like this. Then on these crimson plank blocks we're going to place another crimson plank block, and then diagonally touching this, just on this very edge block, we're going to place a temporary block. Now we're going to use some stairs. We're going to place a stair into this with 1 just curving round as well, and then reaching over the top next to the crimson plank we're going to place another stair. So I'll do that on the other side as well. So 1 into the temporary block here, 1 curved round into it, and then 1 upside down against this crimson plank block. Now we're going to come to the back of the build and place 1 the right way up against the temporary block on both sides like this, and then 1 upside down facing away from that. So come around here and it's upside down facing away from that. We can get rid of those temporary blocks like this, and we're going to place 1 more stair in next to this crimson plank just like so. Then we've got some slabs here and here, and we're going to get some trapdoors, and the trapdoors are going to be placed like this, touching there, and like this, folded down as well, and on the other side, just to make it look like it's a bit more connected on the side of some of these horns like that. Now, going into the build, we have some torches to place. We're going to, not some torches, some lanterns rather. So we've got the regular lanterns are going to go on these smooth basalt blocks in the eyes. We've got another gap here that we've created where we can put one just where we've got this single block gap, and this is going to light up the nasal cavities just above where we've got these. And then we've got 2 soul lanterns in these gaps that we've got here as well. On top, moving to the back, on these 2 inside slabs, we are going to place a crimson plank. Then we're going to place crimson stairs going out from that, and then also some stairs going up into that with a block connecting in like so. One here and then one just rounding that off. Then we're going to switch to the planks. On this stair we've got 1 plank and a plank going into it, and a double plank here in fact. And then we've actually got 2 more planks at the back like so. So I'll do the same on this side. So we've got 1 here on top of the stair, then a double plank, and then 2 more just on the inside. And for the final placements of the build, we are going to start with a trapdoor on this side, a trapdoor on this side, 1 here and 1 here. Outside that we've got 2 stairs. Then we've got a stair next to these trapdoors in the middle with a block off the back, so the plank block on the back of both of them. Then we've got some upside down stairs into that plank block. We've got a stair on the very end of that, and then last but not least we've got 2 more trapdoors just like so. And with that, the build is now complete. And once you've created this, if you would like to see a different version with different blocks, you can use WorldEdit to help with this. So select your wand, select a block at the front and at the back to create your area here, and then using the replace, and then let's say quartz pillar with smooth quartz, you can make changes to your build, and these blocks throughout the build have then been replaced. You can actually do that with all of the blocks and experiment to see how you want it. So I've just made a slightly lighter version by doing that as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you like this video, and drop a comment of what you'd like to see in future tutorials and recreations. There will be details down in the description of all of the mods that I used in this video, as well as a link to the world download so you can check out this skull room that I recreated as well. I've been AdieCraft for CurseForge, and see you next time. Bye!